is the sun.
The Legend of Zelda from Wikipedia. The free encyclopedia. This article is about the video game series. For the first game in the series, see the Legend of Zelda video game. For other uses, see the Legend of Zelda disambiguation. The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda current series logo genres action adventure developers Nintendo lead Capcom/flagship Vanpool Graze Monolith Soft Hexadrive Publishers Nintendo Creators Shigeru Miyamoto Takashi Tezuka Eiji Kondo Platforms Game and Watch Georgia Me Boy Georgia Me Boy Color Georgia Me Boy Advance Nintendo DS Nintendo C Nintendo 3DS Nintendo Entertainment System Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo 64 Nintendo GameCube Wii U Viral Castle Platinum Famster Steam first release The Legend of Zelda February 21st, 1986 latest release The Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds November 22nd, 2013 official website Miiverse The Legend of Miiverse game series created Miyamoto, Takashi Tezuka, and Eiichiro Onuma. It was developed and published by Nintendo, with some portable installments outsourced to Flagship/Capcom, Vanpool, and Grayzone. Considered one of Nintendo's most important and popular franchises, its gameplay consists of a mixture of action, adventure, and puzzle solving. The photos are made by the series centers primarily on Link, the playable character. Link is often given the task of rescuing Princess Zelda and Hyrule from Ganondorf, a Gerudo thief who is the primary antagonist of the series. However, other settings and antagonists have appeared throughout the games, with Vladi being a strong secondary antagonist during the lifespan of the Around The games pioneer the number of features that were to become industry standards. The original Legend of Zelda was the first console game with a save function that enabled players to stop playing and then resume later. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time introduced a targeting system that simplified 3D combat.
3D?
Yes, The Legend of Zelda The Legend of Zelda theme is a recurring piece of music that was created for the first game of the franchise. The composer Koji Kondo initially planned to use Maurice Ravel's Bolero as the game's title theme, but was forced to change when he learned late into the game's development cycle that the copyright for Bolero had not expired yet. Therefore, he wrote a new arrangement of the overworld theme within one day. 8. The Zelda theme has top screw attacks top 10 video game themes ever list. 9. Three. D. S. The Legend of Zelda was principally inspired by Shigeru Miyamoto's explorations as a young boy in the hillsides surrounding his childhood home in Sonobe, Japan, where he ventured into forests with secluded lakes, caves, and rural villages. According to Miyamoto, one of his most memorable experiences was the discovery of a cave entrance in the middle of the woods. After some hesitation, he apprehensively entered the cave and explored its depths with the aid of a lantern. Miyamoto has referred to the creation of the Zelda games as an attempt to bring to life a miniature garden for players to play within each game of the series. Hearing of American novelist F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife Zelda, Miyamoto thought the name sounded pleasant and significant. 12. Paying tribute, he chose to name the princess after her, entitled his creation The Legend of Appendectomia. Setting, edit. Main article, Universe of the Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda series takes place in a fantasy land called Hyrule. Hyrule has developed a deep history and wide geography over the series' many releases. Much of the backstory of the creation of Hyrule was revealed in the games A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, The Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword. Hyrule's principal inhabitants are elfin humanoids called Hylians, which include the player character Link and the eponymous princess Peach. According to the in-game backstories, the world of Hyrule was created by the three golden goddesses, Din, Farah, and Naru. 13. Before departing, the goddesses left a sacred artifact called the Triforce, which could grant the wish wishes of the user. It consisted of 3 golden triangles that each embodies one of the goddess's virtues: power, courage, and wisdom. 14, however, because the Triforce had no will of its own. 15, it could not judge between good and evil, and so would grant any wish indiscriminately. While the Triforces of Power and Wisdom have been part of the series since the original The Legend of Zelda, it was only in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, that the Triforce of Courage was first introduced, being obtained by Link at the end of his quest. The Triforce, or even a piece of it, is not always distributed as the game focuses on the player character Mario, who assumes the role of a doctor and is tasked with eradicating deadly viruses. In this falling block puzzle game, the player's objective is to destroy the viruses populating the on-screen playing field by using colored capsules that are dropped into the field. Dr. Mario received positive reception, appearing on several Best Nintendo games of all time lists. The game was either ported, remade, or has had a sequel on every Nintendo home console since the NES, as well as most portable consoles, including a release in 2004 on the Game Boy Advance as part of the classic NES series. Modified versions of Dr. Mario were included as minigames in Incorporated Mega Micro Games and Brain H2, more training minutes a day. Dr. Mario is a falling block tile matching video game, 12, in which Mario assumes the role of a doctor. Dropping 2 colored medical capsules into a Tetris was released on June 6, 1984. 1. While he was working for the Drognosyn Computing Center of the Academy of Science of the USSR in Moscow. 2. He derived its name from the Greek numerical prefix tetra. All of the game's pieces contain 4 segments, and tennis, Progitnov's favorite sport. It is also the first entertainment software to be exported from the USSR to the US and published by Spectrum Holobyte for Commodore 64 and IBM PC. The Tetris game is a popular use of tetrominoes, the 4-element special case of polyominoes. Polyominoes have been used in popular puzzles since at least 1907, and the name was given by the mathematician Solomon W. Golem in 1953. However, even the enumeration of pentominoes is dated to antiquity. Tutus or tetris. The game, or one of its many variants, is available for nearly every video game console and computer operating system, as well as on devices such as graphing calculators, mobile phones, portable media players, VAS, network music players, and even as an Easter egg on non-media products like oscilloscopes. 5. It has even inspired Tetris serving dishes. 6. And been played on the sides of various buildings. Tetrominoes are game pieces shaped like tetrominoes, geometric. Or square blocks each. A random sequence of tetrominoes fall down the playing field, a row, or matrix. The objective of the game is to manipulate these tetrominoes by moving each one sideways and rotating it by 90°. End of slide. Scoring. Edit. The scoring formula for the majority of Tetris products is built on the idea that more difficult line clears should be awarded more points. For example, a single line clear in Tetris Zone is worth 100 points. Clearing 4 lines at once, known as a Tetris, is worth 800, while a back-to-back Tetris is worth 1,200 each. Tetris, 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 gravity, edit, traditional versions of Tetris move the stacks of blocks down by a distance exactly equal to the height of the cleared rows below them. Contrary to the laws of gravity, blocks may be left floating above gaps. Implementing a different algorithm that uses a flat film 13 to segment the playfield into connected regions will make each region fall individually in parallel until it touches the region at the bottom of the playfield. This opens up additional chain reaction tactics involving blocks cascading to fill additional lines may be awarded as more valuable careers. The IBM PC version eventually made its way to Budapest, Hungary, where it was ported to various platforms and was discovered by a British software house named Andromeda. They attempted to contact Pajitnov to secure the rights for the PC version, but before the deal was firmly settled, they had already sold the rights to Spectrum Holobyte. After failing to settle the deal with Pajitnov, Andromeda attempted to license it from the Hungarian programmers instead. Tetris. However, the